Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Monday, December 15th, 2014. All right, let's take a quick look at last week or last Friday's announcements. The producer price index came in a little short. Actually, producer prices have been dropping. I think, that's a good thing, but it's not a good thing. You like to kind of see things moving slightly upward, because that means that there's more demand than there is product, and that's really what we like to see. And consumer sentiment, of course, is very high because of the holidays, and gas is in some cases $2.25, somewhere around there, I think I saw. But anyway, for today we have the Empire State Manufacturing Survey, which is the New York Fed survey on what's going on in the district. Industrial production at 9:15 and the housing market index. And then in the afternoon, Treasury International Capital. Alrighty, let's see what's going on across the ponds. In Asia, mostly bearish, believe it or not, and in Europe, bullish across the board. So this whole oil thing, this drop in the price of oil, is good for us small fries overall, but it's disturbing that it should any big moves up or down are disturbing. And then this thing going on down there in Australia, and then the $1 trillion cromnibus, or whatever they call it, bill that was passed here is totally disgusting in my mind. But anyway, nothing I can do about it. Okay, moving right along. Let's take a look at last week's results. Okay, so here we are. Big loser here was NDX twice. So that cost me dearly. And Baidu worked out well. And then Tesla was giving me a struggle. We'll look at the chart when we go through the A+ list, but I wasn't going to be taken in on Tesla when I saw it pop up, and my short went in the money, and I was watching the chart, and then I started to see some weakness come in, and I said, no, I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to panic. And it worked out. Doesn't always. So trading's, I'm going to trade pretty light this week. Next week, I'm not trading at all, so there won't be any videos next week. But I'll be looking for candidates for this Friday's expiration, maybe next week's expiration, but I will be out of them this week. So if I do anything that has an expiration of next week, I'm going to exit the trade this week. And so far for this year, we're still a tad above the $2,000 profit. I was a little bit concerned about that, and that includes with commissions. So I looked at my commissions, and they're this is about right, actually. My total commissions, I think, is like $1,300. So this is pretty close. Or not 1,300. Yeah, 130. So this is pretty close on the commission side. Yeah, I think that's it for the results. It'll be up on the website if you're interested on my downloads page. Okay, moving right along. I'll cover a little bit about commissions. So what I will be doing, and you may want to do the same thing, is to spend the quiet time over the holidays to take a review what the trades from last year, the strategy, and some other things like, do you have the right broker? And I mean, just question everything and figure out if you need to make any adjustments. I wouldn't do any drastic adjustments, unless, of course, you had a disastrous year. Then you need to make a drastic adjustment, or you may even need to consider just not doing anything. And I have considered that, but I don't think I can do that. This is just too much fun for me. I mean, for being retired, it's just a good thing to have something to do, to have something to get up in the morning for. So, I'm in it. All right, so the futures here in the U.S., I think when I looked at this before, it was around 70 or something like that. So they're going to be a nice pop today. Very nice pop. Gold is down almost $12 overnight. Oil is up, but it's still below 60. And, I've heard the so-called experts, quote-unquote, talking about oil. Probably it's going to settle in the lower 50s before it starts moving back up. So if you're waiting for a bottom, according to a few experts that I've heard, that looks like that's going to be the bottom. If we get down to 54 or so, you might want to, buy. Trade the futures. I think that there's probably some energy or oil ETFs that you can jump in on if you're an investor. And let's see, the euro and U.S. dollar's 88.76, and the euro is $1.24.18, which is kind of low. Let's take a look at a chart here, but it's not the lowest. So this may be a support level here too. We may be heading back up. We'll see. But here we thought we had support here, and then we got a new low here. So I don't know. Who knows? You just play the swings, and hopefully they work out for you. All right, well, we can just jump over to A+ list. We have no real open positions to review here, so we'll just jump right into that. All right, Apple didn't quite get up here to give us an entry, although we could have gotten in, but didn't give us an entry. So here we are. It's the end of... No, this is an expiration, normal December expiration this Friday. So nothing there for us on Apple. According to the rules. Amazon, we kind of have a violation here. So we may not be interested in that in the near term. Boeing. Boy, Boeing's been having it rough. Really, really rough. And Airbus is talking about not canceling future production of that super jumbo monster that they have, and I guess the Emirates or whatever that country in over around Saudi Arabia is kind of upset about that. Anyway, I'm just babbling. Never mind. Boeing's having a rough time. Alibaba. Okay, we're not ready to do anything with this yet, but it definitely is in a downtrend. So we'll throw a target up here. Probably not until next year. Baidu. Alright, so we struggled with Baidu, but did end up making a few bucks on that one. I heard that there was speaking of these dates here, 12, 12 of 14, so 12, 13, 14 was Saturday, and I guess I heard that there was a baby born at 10/11. So the date and time of the baby's birth was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so where was I going with that? I don't know. But anyway, here we are with the chart, and we got out of this early in the morning, but it turns out it worked out just like everything else did on Friday, that eventually it would have expired out of the money, but I would have taken a lot of years off of my life if I would have waited for that one. Chipotle, still choppy Chipotle. Costco, whoa, big move down here on Costco. I think we just rolled over after this very nice run here from 116 up to 141. So that was close to a 50% increase in 6 months. So it's going to probably pay for that, I guess you might say, in a sense. Let's see. I didn't put Costco on my chart because that was kind of an experiment, or on my tracking. Let's see here. Yeah, they had their earnings last week, and we had that iron condor on them. But it's not looking real good for Costco right now. By the way, that iron condor lost about $12 or something like that. So, where are we looking here? Let's activate this puppy and slip it up here, and that's what we're going to be looking for on Costco. Big bad day for the Dow on Friday. Oil stocks, again, probably getting hit really hard. Gold, trying to decide what it wants to do up here at the 117 level. Nowhere near where I need it to be. Google, we're still looking for something here. Slide this over. Maybe if we get a little blip this week, I might do something for this Friday, but it's got to hurry up and give me a little blip. If it gives me a blip like this, because it's in such a strong trend, I might look at a 50% level here, and you know, if we get that on the stochastic. But you know what'll happen? It'll be my luck. It'll pop above 50, and I'll jump in on it, and then it'll just keep on climbing. But we have to wait for that hook. That's the secret, is waiting for that hook. So nothing there. LinkedIn. Are we in a downtrend? No, we just got a PPS up, and I think we're going to probably hook up here in our trend too. So LinkedIn, not giving me any clear signals here. MNX in a downtrend. Throw a target in here. This is, if we make it elongated like this, let's do it this more like this, then we're talking about a 20 delta target. If it's round, it's a 50 delta, because I don't want to go through the hassle of opening up this and edit and changing the color. So I'll just make it elongated, or an oval. A circle is 50 delta, an oval is 20 or less than 50 delta. And the same thing for NDX, which should pretty much look almost the same. All right, I'm going to clean this up now. Yeah, we got fried here really good. This would have worked out real well, but we got fried. It torques me off. All right, let's remove all drawings. Okay, start all over on this. So, same thing here. We're looking for a big target. Netflix. Okay. We still have this simulated iron condor here. I'm going to take out everything and start from scratch here. Okay, downtrend, 50 delta target. You gonna let me draw anything on? There we go. 50 delta target. And then OEX. Which is a smaller version of the S&P 500. 890. Or the RUT. No. SPX. Let's go back to OEX. Okay, OEX is the baby, or the S&P 100. It's not the baby S&P. It's the S&P 100. Instead of 500, it's 100. So it's going to look a little bit different than SPX. Had a bad day. So let's see here. This is a less than 50 delta underlying that we would trade. So we'd be looking for something there, and we might get that this week. Just 2 days is all we would need. I would do an expiration of next week and get out by Friday. So we got a couple days. I wouldn't go past Wednesday on this probably. So we'll see what happens there. Priceline. Really, I have 0 candidates right now. Priceline, waiting for it to hit a target here. The Russell. Oh, man, talk about some serious chop here. Wow, forget that. I'm not doing anything with that. SPX. We have a target up here. I'll leave it yellow. Looking for a possible hit there. SPXPM, which is what we would trade this week to give us a Friday expiration if we were to trade this week. We're not going to bother looking at that. Let's look at Tesla. If it ever comes up here. Are you going to... Okay, I was wondering if it was going to crash on me or not. Tesla, so here, if you look over on this chart, watch the crosshair. This is where the short is. So I was watching it during the day closely, and it was banging up here. Short was at 210 right here. And it's just banging up against there, and I'm going, no, you're not going to sucker me into a panic trade. And it worked out. Doesn't always, but it worked out this time. So we're going to slide this over to here and watch for another one. And last but not least, Visa, which is, oh, we're right. How about that? We got something going on Visa. Not so sure that I would do something, but, I'm still going to look at it. Just because this whole moving average reacts a lot faster than, say, like the 50 EMA that I had in here before. So really, if we're looking at a weekly, we're definitely in a very nice uptrend since earnings in October. So it's on a nice uptrend. We don't have a lot of momentum here. But we'll take a look at it anyway. It's going on the list as a setup for today. So who knows, right? I'm sure it's going to hook up. I've been just looking at the way the market's going to open. And is it still looking like that? Yeah, it's still around 100 for the Dow. S&P, yeah, we're still talking more than a 0.5 percentage point. So watch for a hook here and a possible entry for an expiration this week. We shall see. Remember, we need confirmation here, and it would be nice if we got a PPS up, and that could happen in a day with big radical moves like this. So that's it for today. Again, this is the last week of videos for this year. The last week of trading for this year. Although, if I get into something this week that has an expiration on next week, who knows? I don't like holding over the weekend. You guys all know that. So, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.